Hey, what's up, universe? It's 2:01 p.m. on Tuesday, June 13th, 2023. I was just going through some stuff, and I'd sent Jason an email yesterday because the gas bill for the property management company, it had their name on it, came, and so I sent him an email and said, hey, I had received this. And if you've been following me, you know that I'm making lunch too. Talking to Jason can cause me anxiety. Even like the other day, right, when it showed up on Telegram, like, hey, and it had my other landlord, and I was like, all I saw was landlord, and I was like, like, because I was afraid I was going to have to talk to him. As you can even hear it in my language, that was a very subconscious thing. It just rolled off my mouth. I was afraid. Like, there's fear and anxiety inside of me. And I was thinking about that right just now. And I'm like, what's that about? Like, where's that coming from? And, part of the reason that this is a stretch right here, putting all this stuff out here on Instagram, is because, like, I've done lives and groups before, like, and that was a little nerve-wracking in the beginning. But then, like, the group is finite, and I became comfortable with the audience and whatever, right? And so Instagram, like, anybody can find this. And then, like, making myself visible on like my GitHub account and like LinkedIn and things like that. Now there's people in like a professional context that can start to see the more private side of me, which is what scares me and makes me anxious and things like that. So anyway, to get to Jason, I was just thinking about like, all of this is about practicing my faith, honestly, right? This whole thing is about my experience of reality and putting like how I live my life, how I relate to my life, how I relate to the universe and my experience of life. It's basically my ethos, my philosophy. In a way, it's these are my beliefs, right? It's in a way, it's my faith, it's my way of being. And I'm putting it out there, and the biggest reason where a lot of this fear comes from is that's been very much ridiculed in my life, and that's part of what has where that feral energy comes from, when I feel like I need to defend myself and things like that. And there's just fear around judgment and all sorts of other things that you may be able to conjure up or think. So when it comes to like people that I owe money to, like I'm basically asking them to be part of this journey with me. And in my mind, I'm like, it's all going to work out, like that's my faith. And yet, and that's part of the reason, like with that man that helped me from Costa Rica, I just was very real with him. I'm like, look, like this is part of my process, and if you're not okay with that, that's cool. I just need you to know what this is about and where I'm at with it and what I will and won't actually bring into my life. Like if it's not in alignment, then it's cool, man. It's like, let's not worry about it. So I just wanted to put that out there. That I'm experiencing that, and I hadn't really thought about it that much before, as far as like feeling into like what is the cause of the fear or the anxiety. That still needs to be obviously unpacked and worked through. But I just wanted to put it out there that practicing my faith, so to speak, because that's just what it feels like to me, practicing my faith in the universe, my faith in these beliefs that I have, and putting them out on display. I'm not on a crusade. I'm not here to like convert anybody. I'm not like, that's not the point. The point is to really allow myself to be okay with me being me, and to be solid in that, and to be grounded in that, and to be okay with that, regardless of the circumstance, regardless of the experience that I'm having. That's really what this is all about. And so in that regard, it's a true blessing that you're with me and that you're journeying with me and that you're providing me the space and the time in your life, because that's a huge offering from you to me. And so I'm grateful for that. And so I'm still working through this piece of information about that part of me being okay in that context, you know, and because it really does. It really, that's an area of my life right there, like with Jason or this man from Costa Rica, people, Reese, you know, things like this where, okay, I'm like, energetically, this is money, like, and money is energy. And I'm like, there's a reciprocity here. And I'm asking for these people to participate with me. So the reason it brings up anxiety for me is because for me, internally, I don't have anxiety about this stuff. Like, okay, about the money, right? You can see it in me. I talk about it. You could. I trust you can see in my energy that the money itself and like the people that I owe, I honestly don't have anxiety about that if it's just me, right? Now, if any of those other parties, you know, like say the man from Costa Rica comes to me, or Reese comes to me, or Jason comes to me, that brings up anxiety, because then I'm asking them to have faith in me, right? I'm asking something of them that it's like faith by proxy. I don't know how else to put it, you know, but it's an extension, you know, like it's no longer just me, right? It's the same thing with my kids. You know, it's the same thing with my kids where it's kind of like, and the same thing with Angela, you know, when I was making choices in our marriage then too, like there's the flip side of me honoring my truth, right? And like following my path and being aligned. And of course there's consequences to that. And, you know, granted, how are people going to show up? So that's part of where it really comes from, you know, like I'm okay practicing my faith because I know ultimately I'm going to be fine. I don't mean to, I'm really scared. I have a fear of like hurting people or just, how do I, I don't know, like, I'm having a hard time with words. But you see, I'm working through this, and that's basically what I wanted to capture and put out there. So I don't need to take a long time. Yeah. So I'll be back with this. I just wanted to put that out there real quick, that's coming up, and that I'm like, oh, this is in my body. Like I can feel that. I can feel that. So anyway, that's a real thing. All right. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for journeying with me. Thank you for watching and giving me time and space in your life. Thank you for sharing yourself with me. Thank you for our relationship. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.